Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live today at the Lernerville Speedway, the final race of the season for the UDRA Super Late Model Series, and it comes to you live via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. What's going on, everybody? Phil Lacasse here. Todd Stanton's alongside and at controls, and it's going to be a great afternoon of racing here to start off the day, which is, Todd, probably one of the greatest racing days of the year. You got the everybody in the asphalt side of the world buzzing about Daytona 500 Day, but we've got 3 big ones on the dirt here today, and let's get it started here today at Lernerville.
Yeah, get this race started, locked and loaded. High noon, AMSOIL High Noon Series 100 here. Season finale going to come to post here. Starting on the pole here of heat race number 1. He's currently third in points, driving the 127. That's Blake Jules. Is dancing part of the outside, driving the 157. Second in points, and that is Drew Hopkins. Inside row number 2 is Chris Fisher aboard the number 5 machine. Brad Dyer, I believe, who is in 4th in points. Correct me if I'm wrong, Phil. In that number 56 machine. 5th will be the number 6 Data Darren Literal. Shane James rolls off in position number 6. 7 star sees Todd Frolic aboard the number 25, and Ryan Underwood aboard that number 46, rolling off position number 8.
You are correct. Brad Dyer comes in today 5th in the point standings with 447, trailing Alex Smulders, who leads Drew Hopkins by 30 points coming into this afternoon. So I guess it'd have to be a disaster of a day for a guy like Smulders to not win this championship. We got Drew Hopkins there in this one. Blake Majulis, of course, rolling off on the pole, sitting 3rd in the standings. Cliff Driscoll and Brad Dyer be our 5 drivers we'll highlight this afternoon, but I think we got 15, 16 cars potentially in the house. Alex Smulders, who's been solid here with top 3 runs consecutively this last month, looks like he's poised this afternoon to maybe take home the championship here with the UDRA. But the crowd and the cars are ready to rock and roll. The field is sitting over in turn number 3 and 4, rolling through the speedway. And so Blake Majulis, a guy who won a lot of races here coming up. I believe he's a 3-time winner early, so keep an eye on him to maybe win number 4 here for the season today. Some 100 laps around the feature event, so a little bit of extra distance here to end the season, but it's been a great one to follow. And we both had a lot of this one here. To our credit, Todd, it's been a fun season to watch. The cool feel here, the all-new Lernerville Speedway, it's taken us here to kind of see the ins and outs of where the racetrack works, and by far and away, probably my favorite track in iRacing right now. Really cool joint we have.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic track to cut your teeth at here, especially with the late model series getting ready to send these guys on their way off a turn. Number 4, iRacing I flag, green flag is out. The 127 of Blake Majulis leads the charge down to turn number 1. The 157 machine of Drew Hopkins running in that second spot. That's the phenom in that 157, Phil. He's had a pretty good season, too. Definitely coming to his own right there in the HRE Motorsports number 157.
He certainly is. Comes in today in the standings, currently sitting in that second position. You know, can he maybe capitalize on Smollers having a bad afternoon? I guess not impossible. I don't know if there's enough cars here this afternoon to really make that work for him. But yeah, Drew Hopkins, a guy, world of talent, young phenom, a guy likes of him, another guy that's come to our eyes here in the last few months, a guy like Ryan Underwood, another young lion making his way through the ranks of the iRacing Dirt. So that's two to keep an eye on. Majulis leading Hopkins. We're door to door for third. Brad Dyer on the low side looking for 3 over in turn 1.
Yeah, Brad Dyer trying to take over position number 3. They're the Cabins Custard, number 56, a good sponsor here all season long for these guys. The UDRA, man, Cabins Custard definitely been aboard
burgers
here for the whole thing. Yeah, burgers too, man. Yeah, can't forget that. Now moves himself into that 3rd spot, Phil. We talked about a couple of races coming on, too, here later. We got the DWRL Sunday Night Shootout Series with the Street Stock's going to be at Lernerville here at 7:20 Eastern Time. And 8:20, we have the Dirt Series Pro Late Models. And that's still accepting invites there for the Chili Bowl, the Indoor Nationals. That's definitely going to be another place that you're going to want to be here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We're going to be here all day. We'll be surrounded around the Daytona coverage there, so you guys can lock in. Stay with us here this afternoon. Watch the 500. Jump back into this later on tonight. We'll have a two-way double bill to finish out the evening. We'll be glad to do so. Hopefully you'll take the ride. It's going to be a very long and busy day and all about motorsports, which I guess when you get to the month of February, it kind of time to start going in a full, all-in kind of balls to the wall kind of ordeal. So we'll be with it all day. Hope you guys will be as well. Majulis continuing to lead over Drew Hopkins, Brad Dyer, Chris Fisher, and Shane James. A quiet season for that Team HRE number 3. He rides in the top 5 over in turn 1.
Yeah, as there's 2 laps remaining here, as they already enter the back straightaway for Blake Majulis, has run away from the field there, 1.016 seconds over Drew Hopkins. White flag going to be out. One more trip around here in heat race number 1. Got to thank Michael Sheffield out there. Sheffield Graphics, 300 stars, 3-week streak. Thank you for the star donations. Yeah, up. He says, good afternoon, guys. Down into turn number 3 for the final time. The 127 of Blake Majulis continues on his streak with heat race number 1. The winner there, 157 of Drew Hopkins, Brad Dyer, Chris Fisher, Shane James, Darren Litterall, Ryan Underwood, and Todd Frolick going to round out your 8 cars.
So there you got heat race number 1 in the books. Thanks you guys for all tuning in this afternoon. Got to thank the UDRA for having us over here for what has been an awesome season. AMSOIL Super Late Model Series been run here on Sunday afternoons. Got to thank those guys. Karen's Custard and Burgers as well. I believe Cron Trucking also involved. And if I missed anybody there, Todd, as far as the sponsors of this great series go, it's because of them. We all get to come out and play.
Graphics. They're all access.
There you go. I knew there was a list. I haven't yet seen the list, so I was doing them offhand, so I knew you had me covered. Let's take a look at our Boyles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole, today's championship points leader with car number 211. That is Alex Smulders, alongside aboard number 63. That'll be Cliff Driscoll. In run number 2, Barry Sorensen starts third aboard car number 45 with Jason McSparron's number 23. On the outside of run number 2, Howard Weaver will bring the 07 car out for position number 5 with Tanner Folds alongside with car number 15. Hayden Cardwell scheduled to be out there, the number 7. I don't think he's going to be with us this afternoon. And Ben Kudamarsh was scheduled to roll in car number 12 from 8th, but I only see 6 cars out there.
Yeah, only 6 cars answering the call. Not sure if those guys elected to stay out in the trailer, but as you're announcing that, we got some throwback cars out there again.
See this
for that Thursday series again. That's a huge series on Thursday nights here with VLR. The 777 actually Clifford Driscoll, normally the 63. The 71 is actually Howard Weaver. As we talk, he's normally in the 7. And Tanner Folds in the X15 machine. That's a beautiful looking car too. As we get ready to light the wick, light the fire. Off of turn number 4, iRacing I flag, green flag is out. We're racing down into turn number 1, the 211 of Alex Motors right now. Your guy that's up top in the point standings is assuming the lead down the back straightaway.
He certainly is. He'll lead by 3 car lengths down in the turn number 1 and 2, and right away he'll jump to a good lead there over Cliff Driscoll, Barry Sorensen in the number 45. He'll grab the 2nd spot there over that 777 of Driscoll. We're door to door turn number 1 and 2. Howard Weaver's 71 car. He's in the mix there running 4th.
There's some nice looking throwback schemes out there. The 777 now down to the bottom side. Clifford Driscoll trying to make something happen there with the 45B machine of Barry Sorensen. Sorensen's had some good runs here the last couple of weeks on the Full Velocity Racing Network, looking to capitalize, maybe run down that 211 of Alex Smulders here, who is currently your race leader here in heat race number 2. The 777 machine of Clifford Driscoll keeps working over the bottom. Can't do anything though so far with the 45B machine, but the 71 right there lurking in the weeds, that's Howard Weaver.
Weaver running in the 4th spot. And one of these things, Todd, we talk about, Mr. Smulders coming in 30 points better than our second place runner this afternoon, Drew Hopkins, Blake Majulis, who's had a heck of a year. Alex Smulders has yet to go to victory lane, so can he maybe get the monkey off of his back finally? He has had such a good year. He's had second place finishes galore. Can today be the afternoon to maybe pick up the trophy victory lane and finally call himself a race winner?
Yeah, still a race winner here. The 2:11, still trying to trash down the first race winner, but he could become a champion here, Phil. And that goes to show you consistency does pay off, and should have never messed with things that work. And you know what I mean by that. Consistency makes champions,
Yep.
and wins does nothing of the. You just win. Of course, the 2:11 of Alex Smolder, your race leader here, going to get 3 to go at the race or at the start-finish line. The 45B running in second, Clifford Driscoll. Still running in third in the 777 machine. Jason McSparron has got around Howard Weaver, who was running in that 4th spot. Howard Weaver drops back all the way back to 6th.
Hey, sure did. Just kind of let out of the throttle, let them all go around. But we're going to have 2 laps remaining here at the Litterville Speedway. The 2:11 of Alex Smulders out front. Barry Sorensen's done a really good job of the 45. He's only got run him down about 2 or 3 car lengths, though. Smulders, as he has been all season long, consistent. He sees the white flag. One more trip around.
Yeah, started first. Lois is first, and definitely has been first the whole heat race here as he comes down the back straight for the final time into turn number 3. That number 2:11. The 45B tries everything he can. Barry Sorensen, but it's going to be the 2:11 of Alex Smulders taking down heat race number 2. Barry Sorensen for 2. Clifford Driscoll for 3. Jason McSparron, Tanner Folds, and Howard Weaver round out your 6 cars.
All right, so I believe by the beauty of high racing here, we had more heat scheduled. We had consolation events scheduled. I believe we're going to have a lot of cars here this afternoon, so let's see where we move to.
Warm up.
We are going to go straight to warm-up, and which is going to be very brief this afternoon, Todd. They gave a whole 1 minute, so we don't have a whole lot of time to mess around. But I want to say once again, you guys, thanks for tuning in this afternoon as we crown a champion here for the UDRA. Will it be Alex Smulders? Well, he sits 100 laps away and 30 points to the better over Drew Hopkins, who sits here this afternoon with 525 points to Smulders' 555. 497 points scored for Blake Majulis, Cliff Driscoll's 465, and Brad Dyer with 447, making up our top 5 there through our trash panda graphics. Point standings, it looks like, Todd, we're already ready to light the wick here. 100 laps around. We're not wasting no time here this afternoon. Let's get to it, old school style with a starting lineup.
And now, this afternoon's starting lineup of Boyles Trucking is starting lineup going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, 3-time winner of the series, the number 127 of Blake Majulis, and his dancing partner outside, your current points leader, driver of the 211, Alex Smulders.
In run number 2 with car number 157 from Team HRE, that is Drew Hopkins with Barry Sorensen alongside aboard car number 45.
Inside row at number 3, season of the Cabin's Custard, number 56 of Brad Dyer, and the 777 of Clifford Driscoll in position number 6.
Car number 5 will start in position 7 this afternoon. That is Chris Fisher with Jason McSparron alongside in car number 23.
Inside row number 5, we'll see the HRE Motorsports number 3, Team Friday. That is Shane James and his dance partner outside, the 8th X15 of Tanner Folds.
Car number 68 starts off in position 11. That is Darren Litterall with the number 71 alongside of Howard Weaver.
Inside row number 7, the number 46 of Ryan Underwood, Hayden Cardwell. Scheduled to go away 14th and not answering the call either, Phil.
No, Todd Frolic will start 14th this afternoon. It looks like, I believe, Cardwell and Ben Kudermarsh both going to stay on the trailer this afternoon. So 14 drivers, 100 laps around the Lernerville Speedway. Really happy you guys have. I know it's the afternoon. Some of us feels like we just warm up after a hot night, a long broadcast last night. Todd and the gang doing a great job covering my butt, Todd. I believe I got a top 10 at Daytona last night. Believe that. I'm a little tired. We're ready to lock and load here for 100 laps around, shaking off the cobwebs of a night's sleep, but no better way to shake it off than let's go racing this afternoon.
Yeah, going racing here as these guys ready to light the wick, light the fire. They are going racing off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
That's good. I'll give you that for being the time of day it is and not really warmed up yet. That was really good as we go to racing here this afternoon. 100 laps, almost like a howl in there too. I mean, I don't know if there's a wolf in the backyard or whatever, Todd, but yeah, I say, but we want to look around, make sure everybody's okay over there. But Blake Majulis is going to jump out to the early race lead.
Dogs jump.
Alex Smolder's in for a second. The dogs jump. That's all that matters. Here we got a race going on for a second. The 45 of Barry Sorensen. Really quick early on. He'll look under Smolders for second over in turn 1.
Yeah, Sorensen was fast in his heat race, and we're going to get a Hard Motorsports yellow flag here. Give me a little bit of a tongue twister there. Something happening here going awry. Phil, not sure what brought out this yellow flag. Maybe the 46 of Ryan Underwood might be the problem. I'm not 100% positive. What happened here?
All right, I'll give you a minute. Take a look back at the Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag with a J-Max Strong. Full velocity is the replay. I think it's a good call there. Ryan
46.
Underwood, potentially Shane James around. Oh, no, do we? Already?
Yeah, all by a selfie up into the wall coming off of turn number 4 is Ryan Underwood, enough to bring out the yellow flag.
You know what that means. You go off the track and spin around by yourself. You get the full velocity selfie stick. So, everybody, it's an early afternoon, but give Ryan the stick and everybody say, hey.
Definitely the selfie stick here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Lap 5 of 100 here at the Lernerville Speedway, Savor, Pennsylvania. Here for the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, this is the season finale for the UDRA AMSOIL High Noon Series, and it's been a great series so far. I want to thank everyone for tuning in on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Star donations, folks. We still got a little bit more to go here for the month of February. We got 33,000 more stars to get to reach our goal. It's a massive amount, I know that, but help us out.
A little.
Help us out there with the star donations as we continue on our way. Let Facebook Live know that we are relevant here. We need those 50,000 stars so far here the month of February. Yes, there is only 13 more days left of the month of February, but I think we can do it here on the Full Velocity Race Network. We have the best fans out there, Phil.
We have the best fans. I think we're by far and away the best team in the business out there to put this stuff together. So, yeah, give us some love there with some stars donations, gang. Hopefully you guys can help us out, and maybe we can eclipse our goal. 50,000 stars for a short month. That feels like a... I think we shafted there by Facebook, but nonetheless, let's go back to racing here live at Lernerville. Majula's going to jump away already from Drew Hopkins, Barry Sorensen. That's your top 3 over at turn number 1 and 2. And everybody seems like right away getting single file. And on a long race, 100 laps here, Todd. It's not no sprint race by no means. It's 100 laps. You got to settle in. You got to log some time. The track will definitely go through some changing, some revolutions. You got to make 100 laps there if you want to be there at the end.
You got to make that 100 laps. We're already on lap 9 of 100. Everybody right up on the top shelf of the speedway. You've got to remember, too, Phil, that these guys could go off the edge of the embankment there. It definitely cost them the race here. As you've already seen one guy go off, Ryan Underwood. He's already starting to make his way back up through the field. Barry Sorensen running in that third spot. Fourth is Drew Hopkins. Howard Weaver's been fighting it out, duking it out with Jason McSparron. That's been a battle for the top 5 and 5th, Phil.
Oh, let's go back there and take a look at Weaver Vision number 07 or 471, I should say. Weird to not call a 7 on Weaver, but yeah, him and McSparron having a good race. It does got a 7 in it, I'll give you that, but no O. Really confused with no O for Mr. Weaver. But McSparron doing a good job in that black and red number 23 as we go one around.
No, Sorensen around. And let's see if that had any help to do. Nope, Phil, guess what? For the second time of the afternoon, the 45B of Barry Sorensen comes down in the corner a little hot, goes around off the embankment, around and hot, all by his selfie.
All right, we'll pass the stick around. Feel like we're going to need a lot of them here this afternoon. Barry Sorensen, everybody wave. Hey!
Second selfie stick here. Hard Motorsports, second yellow flag, going to slow these guys back down. Restack and reback the field. Let's give you a full field rundown as they sit right now. We'll see that come up here on the left side of your screen. Blake Majules is your current race leader in that 127 machine. Alex Smolders running in second in the 211. Again, remember that he is your current points leader. Drew Hopkins second in points. He is currently running third on the speedway. Jason McSparron running fourth. Howard Weaver running in that fifth spot. Clifford Driscoll running sixth. Seventh is Darren Litterall in the 68 machine. Shane James running eighth. Ninth is Ryan Underwood. Todd Frolick running in that 10th spot. Chris Fisher in the number 5 running 11th. Brad Dyer 12th. Barry Sorensen 13th. Tanner Folds is 14th. Right now on the field, 14 cars we have running out there. Yep, Hayden Cardwell and Ben Kudermarsh leaving it on the trailer here this afternoon. Not planning on doing anything here. So definitely 14 cars out there.
So I just sent a runner down to the 56 crew there. Got that Karen's Custard and Hamburgers sponsorship on that thing. And I sent one of our runners down there to see if they can't bring me back some food. And I said it's for Phil. And they looked up and they said, who the hell is Phil? No, no love down here, Todd. I need a burger.
Yeah.
They don't know who I am.
Yeah, they're
Guess
not
we gotta work
no, they
harder.
are. Yeah, I got to work a little bit harder here. We're getting close to our 6,000 followers here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. About 100 away, Phil. The iRacing on flag, green flag comes back out over the field. Lap 15 to 100. Smolders down to the bottom, trying to make something happen. Majul's not going to be able to do anything. The 127 continues to hold on to the race lead down into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. So give that back to him at the line. Smolders running in second. We get Drew Hopkins running third. Fourth is Jason McSparron. And Howard Weaver right now in the fifth spot, trying to fight with McSparron. That is a battle now for the fourth spot.
Sure is. McSparron, Weaver, Driscoll's in there in the 777 as well. That was a pretty good three-car battle there for a second. They were all double up there and almost 3 wide off turn number 2 where they sorted it all out. McSparron going to fall to the 4th spot. Weaver and Driscoll now running 5th and 6th respectively. Got a little battle over here in 3 and 4 as well as Hopkins to the low side of Alex Smolders. Battle of 2 of the young lions there going for it over in turn 1.
Yeah, Hopkins and Smolders. Smolders able to keep the second position there as he wrestles the back away from the 157 to Drew Hopkins. McSparron now closing in on Hopkins himself over here in turns 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4 still Drew Hopkins holding on to that third spot. McSparron for 4. Howard Weaver for 5. Ryan Underwood all the way back up to 6, Phil, after his excursion off the track.
Yeah, he got the selfie stick. He didn't like that thing. He threw that thing back and said, I'm done with that. I'm going forward. And number 46 of Underwood is scooting. He is up now to the 6th spot, as you said, and chasing down one of the best, I guess, to ever do on the dirt here in iRacing. Then, of course, the number 71 of Howard Weaver, currently running on that 5th spot. But we look for Underwood. He's been strong. He's been good here all season. As long as Weaver scoots the cushion, he'll lose the spot to Underwood over off of one. We got Litterall on the wall. We got a couple of cars around.
Oh, a couple of cars around. You said Darren Litterall around in a knot over there. We'll see what happens. He had a little bit of help. Here, we'll see what happens. Is Darren Litterall coming down the track here into the turn? And Litterall, as Howard Weaver was off the track, and unfortunately Howard Weaver came back on the track, got into Darren Litterall. Litterall around. No selfie stick that time. There was contact between two drivers. Howard Weaver trying to get back onto the track as quickly as he could. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time for Darren Litterall.
Sure was, and I don't think you can put really any fault to the 68 either, because you never know when that car scoots off track, if they're going to bounce off or come back. So that's just racing at the Lernerville Speedway there when you got no walls to catch you. You only get the wall there at the front straightaway. It creeps up on you quickly. I think Howard may have panicked, turned it hard left, gets to the left rear, right rear, I should say, the 68. And that's our third Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag this afternoon. Thank you to J-Max Journeys, jmaxstrong.com with our full velocity instant replays as well. Go over there, Todd, jmaxstrong.com. You know, they sell apparel. Great stuff over there. Check them out as Jonathan battles back. And, you know, even from time to time, you check out the Modern Gamer on Facebook as well. They got the rig up there where he gets some of the hand controls and plays Wreckfest. That's a lot of fun. Great dude. Good to see what he's up to. Good to see him doing well. Go over to jmaxstrong.com and check them out.
And J-Max Strong, as you see out on our screen here, locked in Syndrome Warrior. Definitely a guy to watch. I tell you, he's amazing on those controls on Wreckfest, Phil. I've watched quite a few of them there. It's definitely, if it's anything, guys, go over there and say hello to J-Max and let him know that you're there and enjoying everything he's doing. Because man, I tell you, it's tough what he's doing, and he's fighting through. He's a champion. He's a true champion.
Sure is. And don't forget Tim Cummings either for bringing him aboard as well. So Tim over at CCM Custom Design and great dude as well. Thank them all a bunch for being a part of the Full Velocity Racing Network as we return to racing now. 26 laps will go up on the board. Blake Majulis will continue to lead, but this little cat and mouse game, it feels like, for second between Smolders and Hopkins. For a second they'll get right together, then they come apart again. It's a good little race there for second now off turn 2.
Yeah, it's been a good little race, but now it looks like they're coming apart again as Drew Hopkins now backpedaling a tad bit. Jason McSparron still running in the 4th spot. Top 5 now for Shane James. And number 3, like you said, Phil, he's been kind of quiet there, that Team Friday number 3 machine. He's got Ryan Underwood knocking on the door there in that number 46, as he is definitely coming up through the field as fast as he can do. As now Shane James way down to the bottom trying to get around McSparron, not able to do anything there that time. There through 3 and 4. So again, Shane James trying something different, trying the extreme bottom, trying to make it work, Phil.
He may make it work as well. Good to see Shane out there doing well this afternoon. Talked to him like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, for a ride.
Yeah, for a ride over there. Wee-haw.
Yeah, Clifford Driscoll over the embankment. Went for a whale of a ride there. losing a lot of spots. No yellow flag coming out to help him, though. As, man, that was tough for Driscoll to go around like that.
It certainly was. Yeah, he was having a good afternoon as well. He'll have to fight back from a little bit behind now, but good racing going on up here for the 4th spot. McSperrin, James, Sorensen's up there in the 45. Ryan Underwood at the number 46. That guy has just been digging. We go to the middle. Oh, now Shane James up and onto the wall. He's bounced off the wall off before.
Yeah,
what
Shane
in the world
James,
happened there?
Yeah, not sure what happened to Shane James there. Around over there. Looks like he's going to go backwards down on pit road. There, he's all done. I think he's going to call himself all done as he drives down pit road. Not very happy with himself. The backwards way is lap 33 of 100. A yellow flag not coming out. Shane James all done here to the pit stall here down, trying to get some work done to his car. So tough break for the HRU Motorsports driver.
Yeah, that was an unceremonious way to come into pit road as well. Just driving backwards. Looks like his day may be done. Looks like Todd Frolick's day also may be over aboard car. Tanner, 25 for Frolick. Tanner Folds looks like he may be done for the afternoon as well. So starting to get a little bit of attrition here at Lernerville. Down 11 cars left on the speedway. And Blake Majulis is the one that continues to lead now as we put 35 laps on the scoreboard.
And watching a nice battle there between the 23 of McSperrin and the 46 of Ryan Underwood. Underwood to the outside. Oh, wheelies it down the front straightaway with contact with the wall. So the 46 of Ryan Underwood trying to do everything he can to get around that number 23 of McSperrin. Not able to do so, though, Phil. He is getting quite a bit of momentum build up off of turn number 4 as he comes down the front straightaway. Trying to get alongside McSperrin here down into 1. And off of turn number 2, the 45 also right there, knocking on the door, Sorensen. But man, this is a good battle going on for that 4th spot.
It really is. Good three-way battle. McSperrin's trying to hold on. And now what car do you play defense against? Because now Underwood's, took in his assault to the top lane. Sorensen's kept peeking down to the low side. Terrific 3-car race there off turn number 2. Looks like Sorensen, thought he may have a spot on McSperrin. Here comes Underwood running that lip up high. This is a really good battle for 4th.
Now Underwood going to complete the pass on McSperrin.
Wow.
Here comes Sorensen down to the bottom, trying to get around McSperrin himself. But I tell you, that number 46 of Ryan Underwood is on rails right now. Last time by was second quickest on the field here, Phil. So not quite as fast as Blake Majulis, but definitely second quick there. And then number 46.
But tell you what, he's put the right rear about as high in that cushion as that can go. And that 46 car is as hauling. You watch him get to the corner, Todd, he lets it walk up there, then he stomps on it, and that car is bites. Coming off turn 46 with a ton of speed. Now the battle between McSperrin and Sorensen is for the 5th spot. Looks like Barry may have position off of 2.
Yeah, Barry Sorensen right there. Oh, a little bit of contact over there with McSperrin. McSperrin almost going off the embankment over here at 3 and 4. Weaver, I thought he was going for a ride. He was able to save it. That was number 45 of Barry Sorensen inside the top 5. Now finally 5th as the number 23 drop kick to Jason McSperrin back to 6th. The Brad Dyer, number 56 to Kevin Custer's number 56 running in that 7th spot, Phil.
Yeah, I can't get my eyes off that blue car either. Just makes me hungry looking at the stickers on the side of that thing as he runs down the number 23 McSperrin now. Without me racing, what is that for position 6 and 7 and 8, or 6 and 7 over there? McSperrin running in the 6th spot. Brad Dyer trying to chase him down. So McSperrin's car may be going away a bit. He was up there battling for positioning in the top 3, but now as that car starts to unwind a little bit, we're approaching halfway. We look back up front, checking on the race lead. Blake Majulis, Todd, he leads Alex Smothers 3.2 seconds last time by. Blake Majulis is gone into his own zip code, and within a few laps, he may be seeing some of these guys in the back of the field that come in his way. Potentially lap traffic here will play the second half of this race.
Yeah, and Alex Smolders definitely has some distance, 3.466 to try to make up on Blake. But Blake's just rather consistent here. Then you got Drew Hopkins, 4.5 back from the leader, almost a second behind the number 211 machine. As the 211 goes over the embankment. Oh boy! The 211 of Alex Smolders over the embankment, holds on to 4th, but costly mistake for Alex Smolders.
Yeah, you want to take a ride for a championship. I think you don't want to make that mistake. Alex got a little overzealous there, jumped the cushion, as you said, kept it on the racetrack, but he lost now the 3rd spot to Ryan Underwood. Drew Hopkins now up to 2nd, and the way this lead now sits, Blake Majulis 5.5 seconds between himself and Drew Hopkins, who now sits in that 2nd spot. I'll tell you what, Mr. Underwood of that 46, he's beginning to reel in that 157. We have a race for 2nd here soon.
Yeah, Underwood's definitely been faster than Drew Hopkins each and every lap so far, Phil. Just it's one thing to catch them, it's another thing to get around them. They're both running the top side of the speedway. But that is where the fastest groove is for these guys right now. As Hopkins trying to hold on to the second spot. Alex Smolders right there still too, Phil. With that 211 machine, but man, he is a little bit slower than the guys in front of him now. As that 46 of Ryan Underwood trying to track down the 157, the Phenom. Drew Hopkins as he drives off into turn one. We are over halfway home now.
We are halfway home here. 50 laps in the books, 50 laps remaining. Season finale for the UDRA AMSOIL Super Late Model Series. Has been a great one to follow. Blake Majulis has been running away with this one. He's got over 5.5 seconds up front. This little slinky going on back here for second. Hopkins, Underwood, and Smolders, Todd, they are nose to tail. They're all within car lengths of each other. Smolders down to the low side of Underwood, looking for third off turn 4.
Yeah, Smolders definitely trying to make his way back around that number 46 of Ryan Underwood, but Underwood's pretty consistent up top there. 15.578 last time by Alex Smolders, 15.613. As Smolders trying to do everything he can as he's getting right up on that cushion again. It definitely makes you think. Once you go over that embankment, Phil, it makes you think, do I really want to go up there again and try to cost myself more positions or not? It's a feast or famine, but yellow flag going to come out, Phil. It's going to be yellow, yellow, yellow. Brad Dyer involved in this one. The Kevin's Custard, number 56. Let's see if he had a little bit of help here. As he comes down into turn 3, that yellow flag comes out for Hard Motorsports. Oh, Howard Weaver goes over the embankment there in front of him, but the 56 all by a selfie over the bank too. And that brings out the yellow because he completely goes around and not by his selfie, Phil.
So that's the third time this afternoon we get a break out the full velocity selfie stick. That goes to number 56 of Brad Dyer. Everybody give him a wave. Maybe get some custard and hamburgers, some Karens, and everybody say, hey! Selfie stick again. That's number 3. And I'm sure they get sick of hearing that one.
I'm sure that's a third selfie stick of the afternoon here. And it's a young afternoon.
I have to buy more.
Yeah, we're going to have to buy some more selfie sticks here. But I want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Hard Motorsports. Also got to thank iRacingIFlag.com. Head on over to iRacingIFlag.com for a iFlag. I tell you, if you don't have an iFlag, you have no business being out there.
Nope.
Also got to thank Brian and Kathy Voiles of Voiles Trucking, J-Max Juries, J-Max Strong. Visit jmaxstrong.com. Also got to thank BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. I'll use the promo code BLADE10. South Texas Speedway, www.southtexas.txspeedway.com. Corpus Christi, Texas. Also got to thank 3D Racing. Got to thank TDR-Racing.net. Trash Panda Graphics. Got to thank JP Designs, Milner Designs and Media there for Tubbs. Good old Tubbs. We've seen his video quite a bit last night under yellow flag conditions, but Tubbs definitely got his limelight last night. Got to thank those guys, and also got to thank iRacing Painters for coming aboard. Also, league sponsors. Got to thank Cron Trucking, Kevin's Custard and Hamburgers, AMSOIL, Dirt All Access, High Side Graphics, Sugar Dog, HRE Motorsports, Team Friday, and everybody else, all the fans out there that have been tuning in each and every week here for allowing us to be your announcers, your fill-in, your TV show, whatever you want to call it, on Full Velocity Racing Network. As iRacing iFlag, green flag comes out. Thank you, Wiley Harmon out there for, your group.
Willie's the man.
Yeah, Wiley, excuse me. Why am I saying Wiley? Wiley Coyote, I'm going to call him, but no, it's Willie out there, Harmon out there. So I just did a quick glance at the chat up there in the left-hand corner, and he loves being a part of the group. Thank you for being a part of our group. Thomas out there, Calvin Herring out there. There's a lot of fans out there. As Blake Majulis goes down off the embankment, Phil. He lost 3 spots.
Wow, yes he did. I had to make sure that was the right car I was looking at. Majulis, a little bit of a bobble. So a guy who's just been destroying this place every time he comes out in this series on Sunday afternoons. Now, from the catbird seat, told maybe the outhouse now, as he has dropped back to the 4th spot. Hopkins, Underwood, and Alex Smolders now going to make up our top 3. Can Drew Hopkins pick up a checkered flag this afternoon? Majulis now going to fall behind the 8 ball. He may have to regroup. He'll look to the low side of Smolders. does he have enough time to run these guys back down?
And that's going to be tough, Phil, as Blake's been running the top shelf of the Speedway, and he's going to have to try to pass on the bottom because that's where everybody else is running right now, is up on the top shelf of the Speedway at lap 63 of 100. If anybody can do it, though, it's going to be that 127 machine to be able to make it back up through. Costly mistake, like you said, Phil, going over that embankment there, losing 3 spots there. Now these guys duking it out. None of these guys having a win on the season.
No, not of them at all. But I'll tell you what, how much do you think that rhythm plays the role here to a guy like Blake? Did he get off his rhythm for a second? You know, we talk about short track racing all the time. Of course, my background in pavement, I know how line sensitive and being in a rhythm is there. I got to imagine a lot of that comes in with dirt, especially the way the track changes and the way you throw these cars around.
Yeah, the dynamic track changes that go on here, and your rhythm. The rhythm is huge. He's been out front, leading laps, staying in rhythm, and the yellow flag kind of throwing a monkey wrench into the 127's plans a little bit. As he's able to get around to the third spot, as the 211 of Alex Smolder's not sure why he came up off the top, but that allowed Blake Majulis to move into that third spot in the 127. And everybody else going about the middle group, but Blake up top there, Phil. He's wasted no time because they're leaving it wide open. High-low switch, second spot, 2 for move through the corner. Blake Majulis, I thought he was going to come out and pull the lead. Nope, second spot there. But, man, he is on a mission to get back to the top spot. Yellow flag going to fly, though, and slow these guys back down.
Wow, that was getting intense right in there. Blake Majulis was just driving back up through him, but we slow it down. What is this, 5th yellow flag of the afternoon? Lap number 68. We slow it down again. Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay brought to you by jmaxstrong.com. And let's see what brought us out, Todd, for Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 5. We don't have another selfie, do we?
Oh, yeah. He went over the embankment all by his selfie. And how often do you give a selfie stick to this gentleman? Driver of the number 71, Howard Weaver, into the wall, all by his selfie.
All right. Well, we say for Howard, for Uncle Ronnie, for crazy cousin Lucy, whoever else he's got out there in the world there of Howard Weaver land. Everybody give Howard a selfie stick, or 3 or 4. Everybody give a collective hey.
Howard Weaver into the wall unexpectedly. Then the number 71 machine going to have to go to a backup car for Thurston Head, I would think, there. Actually, he's up in the admin booth, so he won't have to go to that backup car, but able to support it out here on a Sunday afternoon. And it is the 157 of Drew Hopkins, your race leader. Second is Blake Majulis. Ryan Underwood running in that third spot. Alex Smolder's running 4th, Phil. Barry Sorensen running 5th. Clifford Driscoll in the 777 up to 6th again. Darren Litterwald, Chris Fisher, Jason McSparron, Brad Dyer, Howard Weaver, and Tanner Folds round out your 12 cars that are left out here running here. We have 30 laps to go. Definitely 30 laps to go. 29 to go now coming up. The lights are extinguished atop the iRacing.com safety truck, so it's going to be rather interesting, Phil. Is the 127 going to be able to get back to that race lead? Do you think so?
I don't know. I think, he's plenty capable. He's going to start on the outside. I think that's advantage Blake. So you guys out there watching through Facebook Live or YouTube or Twitch, let us know who's going to win this one up here. Is it going to be Hopkins holding on? Is Blake Majulis winning another one? How about Ryan Underwood? How about Alex Smolder's potential champion? Does he win this afternoon? Let's go back to racing here, Todd. We're 72 laps on the board, and Hopkins is going to lead the way, but the door is open. Blake Majulis looking at the high lane, and there it is.
Slide job. Slide job by the 127 of Blake Majulis. Guess what? Didn't take a lap. He's back to the race lead. And that number 127 around Drew Hopkins. Hopkins kind of going, what can I do to keep him behind me? He definitely couldn't do anything that time as Blake Majulis back to the race lead. The 157 Drew Hopkins drop kick back to second, but Alex Smulders follow the same groove, and now he goes into second.
Sure does, and I've been watching the likes of Ryan Underwood, Todd. He had a bad restart. He may lose a spot to Barry Sorensen around, and here comes Cliff Driscoll in the 777, so Ryan Underwood, who is up there mixing it up in the top 4, may potentially be falling outside the top 5 as we're 3/4 of the way home.
Yeah, Underwood just drifting up the track there. Not sure what's going on with Underwood. It looks like he may have made another mistake over there, losing another position there. Is now Underwood. Oh, whoa. I thought he was going to get into Sorensen there, as Sorensen made some love to the outside wall over there in turn number 4. But he's able to maintain, as Underwood still maintaining that 4th spot.
I don't think Sorensen made love to the wall. I think that was straight up commitment. Maybe a little more than a Valentine bought on that one. That thing had a hard hit over there, so got to imagine the 59 car or 45 car is all tore up on the right side. So tough break there for Barry Sorensen, who was having a pretty solid afternoon. Majulis now back up front. Smulders Hopkins, Underwood, and Driscoll. I think I've heard this top three before, like almost like a mirror variety, like almost all season.
Yeah, this has been pretty much like you said all
Cream.
season. Yeah, I definitely watching the 127 and Alex Smulders definitely up to the top here, and just second to the 157 of Drew Hopkins, Ryan Underwood, Driscoll now in that 777 running in that fifth spot, definitely doing a fantastic job there, trying to track down that number 46. But I don't know. It's definitely been feast or famine here at Lernerville, Phil, and you've been watching like Blake Majulis up here, looking for win number 4 with 20 to go.
Yeah, and he's been the popular pick over here in chat. Willie Harmon said he's going to win. I see Dylan out there. Dylan, welcome to the Full Velocity Race Network. But I have a new name that I'm seeing here. Dylan Mirando. Cool to see. I think he said Underwood's going to win this thing. So I like the pick. I think Ryan Underwood is an up-and-coming driver with a ton of talent. I think once he kicks the door open, there's going to be a lot of wins to come for that number 46 car. Unfortunately, Ryan running in the fourth spot. 3 seconds off the race leader, Blake Majulis, who was opened up at almost a 1.5 gap between himself and Alex Smulders, who currently sits in second. They're over in turn 3.
Yeah, over in turn 3, already off of turn number 4, 18 laps to go here at the line as they continue to click off. Last time by, again, Blake Majulis, your fastest car out there on the speedway. That's been consistent all afternoon for that number 127. That is Swindell Speed Labs number 127. iRacing iFlag also on board with that machine. Definitely been quick, trying to do everything you can to try to take down the championship, but when you got the championship leader right behind you, you're not going to be able to do anything. Maybe picking up a couple points, but not enough to try to take down the championship. And you got Drew Hopkins. I mean, the top 3 points are the top 3.
Yeah, they certainly are. They've been the best here all season long, and no surprise to anybody who follows it that they sit currently 1, 2, and 3 on the racetrack as we begin to click down the laps. 15 laps remaining, but until a late race yellow flag that could potentially shake things up a little bit. Yellow flag, what is this? Number 6 here on lap number 86, so we'll slow it on down. Hard Ass Racing brings us our Team Hard Motorsports yellow flag number 6 of the afternoon. Puts Todd back to work with another Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay brought to you by jmaxstrong.com. Don't tell me there's another selfie stick.
I don't know whether it's a selfie stick or whatever was going on there with Tanner Fold in the X15 machine. He got loose sideways, kind of got sideways some more, and then parked himself down by the inside wall there as the yellow flag flies there because he's in endangerment off of turn number 4. So, yeah, you could call that a selfie because he parked it on the track, Phil.
Yeah, but he parked it. I mean, he didn't spin.
Yeah, he was sideways.
Oh, okay, he was sideways, but aren't dirt cars usually sideways?
Not like that, no, Phil.
All right. We'll give him a half selfie stick. So let's break a little piece of this one off and give it to Tanner and say, hey, Taylor, hey. Well, hey. That was looking a full hey.
Completely 90 degrees for that X15 machine there.
Great parking, though.
It was good parking down there, but it was enough to bring out a yellow flag, Phil. So we'll have 11 cars left out, Phil, as he's down getting some work done to his machine. I don't think you'll see him back out as that yellow flag is out on the speedway. 13 laps remain. So 127 of Blake Majulis, Alex Smulders, Drew Hopkins, Ryan Underwood, Clifford Driscoll, Chris Fisher, Brad Dyer, Barry Sorensen, Jason McFerrin, Darren Lutterall, Howard Weaver, and Tanner Folds.
I can't believe looking at this field, we called the number 71 car in the back here this afternoon. And I thought Howard Weaver for sure coming out of Lernerville, just put, a different car, new skin on there, a throwback feel to the skin. You thought he'd maybe a player this afternoon, but Weaver, as we all know, he's a guy who's done a lot. I guess he's been, been very open about, hey, I'm a little bit burned out from racing, not really my heart's in it. And, Todd, you're a racer in your own right. When your heart's not there, it really affects your performance.
Yeah, it does. His iRacing flag, green flag is out. Now you're just out having fun. And look at Alex Smulders sliding up in front of that 127.
Hey.
Oh, 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 2. But Majulis back to the race lead. The 211 tried everything he could there, Phil, to try to take that top spot from the 127. And Blake says no, and he hits the wall a little bit down in the front straightaway, but still holding on to the top spot just over that 211.
You almost feel like in some way that Blake was just kind of playing with that one. Like, yeah, go ahead, guys. Let's put on a show for the TV cameras, between him and Drew and Alex. So that was a great picture there for a little bit. But then it was all of a sudden became time to go. Blake now out to a 3-car length advantage. But Smulders trying to chase him down. I don't know if he can do it, though. It's down to 3 over in turn 3.
Yeah, Smolder's definitely looking for his first win of the season. It'd be nice to capitalize it and win his first race and take home this championship here this afternoon in that 211 machine, the iRacing iFlag number 211. Trying to track down Blake with Jules right now still holding on to the top spot, but Alex Smolder's a little bit faster last time by, Phil.
A little bit. He's closing, and he's got his car working in the high lane, maybe finding something
Oh,
late.
Jules off the track!
Jules off the track! Holy smokes!
Yeah, Blake Majul's off the track in the 127 machine, able to come back, though. The 211 of Alex Smolder's your race leader, Phil, with 6 to go.
Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Majulis now back to the 2nd spot. Hopkins, Underwood, and Driscoll, your top 5. Can this be the day? Can Alex Smolder not only put himself in victory lane, could he be calling himself a UDRH Series champion? Well, he's less than 5 laps away from finding out.
5 laps to go for the 211 as they enter the back straightaway. Blake Majul starting to track him back down, though, Phil. Last time by that 127 was faster. 4 to go at the line for Alex Smolders. Can he put the exclamation point on his season in the iRacing iFlag 211? Blake Majul's looking to be the spoiler there. And that number 127 dives down to the bottom in turn number 3. Blake Majul throws a slider. Slide job to 211, crosses the back over side by side. 3 to go.
3 laps remaining. Smolders and Majulis putting on one heck of a show for the 8 is now off of the second corner. 211's up the hill. Here comes Blake back. Contact made. Does that upset the 127? It sure does. They continue to make contact door to door over in 1.
Oh, and yellow flag going to come out.
Buddy.
Your current race leader, the 127, nipping him at the line. I do believe they're going to put the 127.
Yep.
Maybe not. We'll wait and see. I think the 127 iRacing gave him the lead here. 3 to go. Now we're going to have a green-white checker. We're going to wait and see if who they're going to score as your race leader. I thought it was the 127 at the line, but it looks like maybe iRacing going to give it to the 211, maybe.
That's kind of what it's appearing, and I don't think either of us can really tell for sure, but let's find out maybe the cause of why we're under our 7th yellow flag here at the afternoon, right at the end of regulation. Now 100 laps on the board. Green-white checker will settle this afternoon. Why in the world, Todd, are we under the yellow flag? I believe it has something to do with the number 777 is going to be my guess here.
We're waiting to see if that was the case there, Phil, or if it was maybe Howard Weaver. You're saying the 777. It's probably going to be.
Like say that because he was 5th and now he's back in the bag, so it's just a guess.
We're trying to take a look here, Phil. Yep, it was the 777 of Clifford Driscoll. Howard Weaver did pull it in here, but he was running around all by himself and over the embankment, hard into the wall. Comes to a complete stop over there. Brings out the yellow flag all by himself.
Oh, Todd, sometimes you wish you could do a radioactive in one of these things, or you ever see, I know we don't show it on the airways, but you ever see the in-game chat in one of these races when things get competitive?
No.
Well, you ever try to whisper somebody and just hit, forget the whisper button, and then a private message goes out to open chat?
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, well, it happened in the race server. I'm not going to say who and what it was, but it was meant to, don't let that win. I'll let you fill in the blanks as we go back to green.
As the 211 of Alex Willer's high-low switch on. Contact!
Wow.
The 127, Ryan Underwood to the race lead, the 46, Phil.
We're coming to the white flag. One more trip around. How did the 46 head up the lead? It's happening late.
Oh, more contact!
Oh, my goodness.
Lots of contact over there, 4 wide here. Oh, boy, and we come down into the corner. Oh, more contact. Blake Majules looks like he's going to take down the victory here, Phil. Off of turn number 4,
goodness.
Lots of contact. There should be some tempers flaring on that one. Man, oh, man, oh, man. The 127 of Blake Majules takes down the victory. Barry Sorensen going to finish up 2nd. 3rd going to go to Alex Smollers. Ryan Underwood there for his 2nd, had the race lead.
Sure did. Ryan Underwood will end up 4th this afternoon. 5th for Jason McSparron. Cliff Driscoll for 6th. Brad Dyer 7th. Darren Littlewall, Drew Hopkins will get a top 10. He's going to be disappointed with that one. Chris Fisher will finish 11th. Howard Weaver 12th. Tanner Folds 13th. Shane James and Todd Frolick will round out the season here for the UDRA. We got one more post-race show left to do. We'll talk to Blake Majulis of Victory Lane, and looks like we'll also get Barry Sorensen and Alex Smolders. That'll be the schedule. We'll hope you'll join us next here on the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com. All right, back here live on the post-race show on the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. VPS servers, dedicated servers, even something as simple as a great host for your website. Check out BladeNode.com today. Use promo code BLADE10 for 10% off as we move to the post-race show for the season finale, UDRA Super Late Model Series. Blake Majulis taking down his 4th win of the season in a late race charge. Barry Sorensen for 2nd. And our 3rd place finisher this afternoon, who I thought for about a half a lap may have a chance at a victory, that'll be car number 211 of Alex Smolders. But Alex, a 3rd place run, most importantly, the series championship is yours, buddy. Congratulations. How does this feel?
Oh, it feels great. It would have been better if I could have at least won. God, it sucks. Yeah, I just want to thank iRacing, iFlag, Blake for racing me and having probably the best race I've ever raced on here. You guys for putting this on. It has been it's been an up and down year.
It has for you. I'll tell you what, you say up and down, but you get a championship. You've been on the top 3 essentially every race. That's really unbridled success. But a lot of talent we have out there, you've said admittedly every week, you're not a late model guy. You're more of a sprint car guy. I think we're going to buck that trend, dude. You just went toe-to-toe with some of the best, like a Blake Majulis, like a young guy like Ryan Underwood, like Howard Weavers or Drew Hopkins that have a ton of talent. You're a series champion, man. That's an accomplishment. That has to feel great. I don't call yourself as a sprint car guy no more, brother.
Yeah, I used to be pretty big into these late models, though I was back a couple years ago. It felt amazing to lead a couple laps in front of the stellar field here, to lead in front of Blake, even though he did screw up, and that's the only way I passed him. It still felt great to lead and actually be there attempting to win at the end.
Well, it was a great season, Alex. We congratulate you on all the success. Another 3rd place run, most importantly, the series championship. Bud, let me give you the mic one more time. Celebrate this. Give a shout-out to your teammates, the sponsors. I see some new stickers on the side of that race car. Give the folks all a shout-out, buddy. Congratulations, our series champion.
Thanks, guys. I want to thank iRacing iFlag for coming on for the last 2 races. Everyone over there, Jeff Brown, great guys to work with. Team CRD Paints did a great paint. All the guys in this league for putting it on it week in and week out. Everyone for racing, having a good time. Hopefully it goes again. This is probably the best league I've ever ran. Hopefully it goes again. We get to run another fixed series at, say, the same track. I think it's really cool. Thanks, guys.
All right, well, you got it. Congratulations. There he is, folks. Our series champion with car number 211 is Mr. Alex Smolders. And That's a job well done. So what we're going to do next is we are going to go to Victory Lane. And I'm going to, well, I don't know. Now it may be let's talk to, Todd, I'm so confused. There are so many guys messing around here in our TeamSpeak communication. I'm going to try this. And we're going to pull this one down. And I'm so beyond confused. But we're going to try this. Do we have Barry Sorensen in the house?
Yeah.
Or is this Howard Weaver? Or is this Blake Majulis? I don't know where this is going. All I know is it's going to be comedy gold.
This is Barry. My internet's messing up.
I somehow don't. All right, Todd, you're in Victory Lane with these guys. I'm going to let you take it away. Somebody won. Somebody's Barry Sorensen. Somebody's Blake Majulis. I don't think they're the right two. There's been some games. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll go with this. All right, Barry, congratulations, buddy. A second place effort this afternoon. What in the world was happening in those last laps? You guys are all door banging and hip checking and whatnot. How in the world did you come out of here with second?
I don't know, man. It was crazy. Like, I was trying to hurry up and finish because my mom was making me some ham and cheese, and I was like, please, can we just get to the end of this? And I just saw a lane, and I saw him go 3 wide, and I just threw it in there, and it stuck. I kind of spun my friend Ryan Underwood, but I mean, it was a crazy finish, man. That's all you could ask for a season finale.
So, all right, the pressing question of all that follow-up, the ham and cheese. Is we going mayo or are we going mustard?
I'm just 8 years old. I just like it, ham and cheese and bread, a little bit of toasted bread. So I don't get all the condiments. Like, my taste isn't like that elaborate yet,
All right, Barry, let me ask you about a second place finish. Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank, or do you want to thank that ham and cheese sandwich some more?
Well, I gotta thank my parents for letting me race, Budweiser for coming on the car this week, just everybody who supports me over at Bad Racing, and good job to Blake Majulis. He's a really good driver, and I always look up to him. So to finish second to him is it's like a dream come true for me.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. 8-year-old Barry Sorensen, I guess, our second place finish this afternoon. This one's completely officially off the rails. We'll let him go, and I'll throw us to Victory Lane, and let's talk to Blake Majulis, who I think he is down there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's down here. Blake Majulis picking up, I believe, the 4th win of the season. Comedy act by Barry Sorensen here this afternoon. Leave us not much to say. I know Blake was listening to that. Great win for you there. Great battle with the 211 towards the end of that one. You went over the embankment a couple different times, but you made things truly interesting there. And that Swindell Speed Lab iRacing iFlag number 127. Tell us about your race here.
Yeah, started out really good. We pulled. I mean, we were the fastest car all night. I usually don't make many mistakes, but I fell off the track twice. I don't know what I was doing. Just trying to run it too hard, and made a couple mistakes, but ended up rebounding and getting the win. So it all worked out.
Yeah, definitely. I think you missed one race this season. I think it was. Definitely missed a race or had a bad result there that put you in third, but 4 wins on the season. Nothing to hang your head about, and definitely third place in the championship run there for that 127 machine, Blake. But, I don't know. There for a little bit, I thought that you were just going to run away and just start lapping the whole field. Before that first yellow flag came out, you were in a rhythm there. Tell us, did that yellow flag take you out of your rhythm? Phil was kind of thinking it did.
Oh, yeah, for sure. When we run pace laps here, all the cars running up on the cushion, it brings it down and makes it more aggressive to run. It's harder to run, gets more choppy. The lines change here and there. It's just a matter of what line you want to run and how you're gonna how you're going to encounter to run that line. And I kind of stayed committed to the top, and I just missed it a couple times there. And 100 laps is a long time. I was bound to mess up. I really don't mess up much here, but I was bound to mess up once, and it happened, but ended up rebounding great. So I really can't complain at the end of the day.
All right, Blake, as we're accustomed to here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, give a shout out to your sponsors, everybody else out there you'd like to thank that watch you here week in and week out on the Full Velocity Racing Network. The floor and time is all yours now.
Yeah, just my whole team, Swindell Speed Lab, iRacing, iFlag, Jeff Brown, SimSeats, Zach, everyone at SimSeats. Can't thank those guys enough. They recently came on board and did so much for me. They sell the best rigs. You guys ever need anything as far as, simulators or setup or whatever you need for your iRacing rig, get a hold of them for sure. Design 75, Jeremy Ray, for the nice looking paint. Can't thank him enough. CBD Wiser Organics, Bell Helmets, K1 Speed. And you guys for broadcasting, everybody that watched. Can't thank them enough, so thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the fourth win here at Lernerville Speedway in Somers, Pennsylvania. Driver at 127, Blake Majules, taking down yet another win here, Phil. Definitely been a fantastic season for him. Missing a race or whatever he did there towards the end of that one. Definitely is what happened to him to take him out of the points championship run for that goes. But definitely another good run for him. Good run and good championship for Alex Smolders. Got to thank UDRA for having us aboard here. It's been a great series that we've had going on here. Definitely getting ready for Daytona gear here in just a little bit. Daytona 500 coming. And then we got two more big shows on the docket here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. DWRL, BladeNote.com. Sunday Night Shootout Series comes live at 7:20 Eastern Time. And then at 8:20 Eastern Time, we'll go over to the Dirt Series, the Chili Bowl, with the Pro Late Models. That's going to be rather interesting. Last week, the Street Stocks was great. We had a bunch of different heat races. I believe it was 8 different heat races. And that's still open, so anybody that wants to join that one, that will also be live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Don't forget, guys out there, if you like what you've seen here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, don't forget to hit us up with Star Donations. Star Donations go a long way to help keep our broadcasting rates cheaper and help us out making some much needed repairs to PCs and things that go on here on the Full Velocity Racing Network and give you guys the best product that we can offer here.
We certainly try our best, and I'll say these gentlemen of the post-race show certainly tried. I want to officially congratulate Barry Sorensen on today's second-place run. I know I believe he tried to make actual contact with us, so not exactly sure what was going on there. But thank those guys. That was a lot of fun for playing along. We're having a lot of fun this afternoon, of course. Got to thank all you guys once again. Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. You're the best. Thank our great sponsors, Team Hard Motorsports, iRacingIFlag.com, Boyles Trucking, JMax Journeys at jmaxstrong.com, Milner Media and Design, BladeNode.com, the South Texas Speedway, Sheffield Graphics, Trash Panda Graphics, 3D Racing, JP Designs, TDR Racing League, the Cyber Thunder Racing League, and of course iRacing Dirt Painters. For Todd, for Jack Truin, for Ron Piles, Charlie Milner, all the gang that make up the Full Velocity Racing Network. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll see you back here tonight with a big simulcast doubleheader. DWRL, DirtSeries.com. I hope you be there with us as well on your source for esports racing. Go enjoy Daytona, everybody. It's race day.
Good night. Can I say good night?
Good night.